Hello everyone, we have the Bountiful Trials for Shaltear, Albedo, and Ainz. So the first Bountiful Trials that I am doing here is Shaltear, and the first Arena Guardian I will be facing off against is this one right over here, and I will show the first team that I will be using. So the first team I have in here is Lucia and Rowan in the front line, then I have Shaltear, Trishea, and Tamris in the back line. Okay, the first team is down. Looking at the battle statistics in here, Shaltear doing pretty good with the damage, but we also have a lot of damage being done by Trishea and Tamris and also Lucia in here as well. So let's go ahead and get the chest from that first Arena Guardian, and moving on to the second one, let's go ahead and move over to the left here a little bit to this one, and I will be using the same team for this one. And there's the second one done. Again, looking at the battle statistics in here, didn't do as much damage as with the first one, unfortunately. We have Trishea and Lucia in here once again doing a lot of damage, and we also have Rowan doing a lot of healing in here. So let's go ahead and get the second chest in here, and moving on to the third Arena Guardian. It's this one right up here to the right a little bit, and I will show the second team that I will be using. So the second team, I'm using Salaki and Naroko in the front line. Then I have Shaltear still in this top corner with Lavatoon and Vyloris in the back line. So we have an even mix of Maulers and Hypogeans with this one. So that is the third Arena Guardian down. Looking at the battle statistics for this one, doing a lot more damage with this one than anyone else, doing almost 6 million damage with that one. And we also have Naroko doing a lot of healing in here as well. And let's go ahead and get the chest for the third Arena Guardian, and let's go ahead and move on to the fourth Arena Guardian. So moving over into the left here, all the way to this top left corner over here. And I will be using the same team for this one. And the fourth Arena Guardian is down. Again, in here, looking at the battle statistics, it looks like Naroko this time did a lot of damage, also keeping that healing up as well. And Shaltear did not do nearly as much damage as she did last time, so it looks like Shaltear's damage is going to vary a little bit. It's not consistent like we've seen with other heroes' damage in here. And looking at the fifth Arena Guardian, moving down into the right here a little bit to this one, and I will show the final team that I will be using. So for the final team, I will be having Anasta and Naroko once again here in the front line, keeping Shaltear in this top corner. We also have Lavatoon still in here, and we're bringing back Tamris as well in the back line. So there's the fifth Arena Guardian down. Looking in here, once again, Naroko doing a lot of damage and a lot of healing. We also have Anasta doing quite a bit of healing in here as well. The damage with Shaltear is pretty good in here as well, almost 3 million damage there with Shaltear. And let's go ahead and move over to the final Arena Guardian, moving over and to the right here, to this one right here, and I will be using the same team for this one. So there's the final Arena Guardian down in here, and then we have in here, it looks like Naroko died pretty early on in our battle, so Naroko didn't do as much damage in here, but still did a lot of healing. It looks like just barely Shaltear was able to do the most damage out of anyone on this team. So when we get this final chest in here, this final gold chest, we have Muriel telling us that we have completed the Arena of Trials, and then we can go ahead and get the crystal chest, which has the 60 elite soul stones. So there we go, we have the 60 elite soul stones. My thoughts on Shaltear, I don't really know how well she is going to perform in here. From what I've seen, I haven't really seen a lot of testing with her. Haven't really tested her very much, except for a little bit in the campaign. And I haven't really heard a lot about her yet, so hopefully we're able to do some more testing and see how well she's able to do. But we also have two other Bountiful Trials to do in here. We have Albedo and Ainz, and I think I'm going to do the Ainz one next. So we are in the Ainz Arena of Trials now. I'm going to try and follow the same path that I did with the Shaltear one. So starting with this one right over here, I will show the first team that I will be using. So for the first team, I'll be using Goran and Ivan in the front line, having Ainz in this back corner here, along with Awakened Iron and Skylin as well. So there's the first Arena Guardian down. I'm not really interested in looking at the battle statistics for Ainz and Albedo with this one because I have seen their damage and I've used them many times before, so I'm not really interested in that. But we do have the second Arena Guardian right up here, so let's go ahead and do that one with the same team. So there's the second Arena Guardian there down. And the third one, like I shown with the Shaltear Arena of Trials, is up and to the right a little bit from this one, which is this one right here. So I will go ahead and show the second team that I will be using. So for the second team, I'm using Awakened Thorn and Brawn in the front line, keeping Ainz in this top corner with the new Hypogean hero Nox, and we also have Raoul in this bottom corner. So there's the third Arena Guardian down right there. And the fourth one, like I shown previously, is over to the left here, all the way in this corner. And this one will take the same team formation. So there's the fourth Arena Guardian down there. And we can go ahead and get the fourth chest in here. And moving over to the fifth Arena Guardian, moving down and to the right here once again to this one. And I will show the final team that I will be using. So for the final team, I'll be using Awakened Lucius and Jerome here in the front line, and then we have Ainz in here, Nyla, and Liberta in the back line. So there's the fifth Arena Guardian down. Let's go ahead and get the chest here. And then let's move ahead to the final Arena Guardian, moving over to the right once again to this one right here, using the same team for this one. And there we go, we have the final Arena Guardian there down. Let's go ahead and get the final chest, and then we can go ahead and get the 60 Elite Soul Stones from this one. So let's go ahead and move up here. And based on what I've seen with Ainz in here, it looks like Ainz didn't really do too much for the teams. I think everyone was able to carry these teams pretty quickly, so I don't think Ainz is going to be really any more useful than he was before the Shaltear update. But let's go ahead and move over to the final Arena Guardian, or final Arena of Trials that we have here, which is for Albedo. So we have the same exact map with this one, so I will be using the same path that I used for the other two. Starting with this first Arena Guardian here, I will show the first team that I will be using. So for the first team, I'll be using Albedo and Jerome in the front line. Then I have Goran, Aurelia, and Cecilia here in the back line. Ironically, not using Ainz in here, even though we have Ainz available for that Ainz-Albedo combo. And there we go, we took down the first Arena Guardian, and just like with the Ainz one, I'm not really interested in the battle statistics for Albedo, so I'm just going to continue on here, moving over to the second Arena Guardian right here. I will use the same team for this one. So there's the second Arena Guardian there down. And we're going to move over to the third one, which, like I've shown 2 times already, is this one right over here, and I will show the second team that I will be using. So for the second team, I'm using Albedo and Awakened Thorn in the front line. Then I have Awakened Leica, Lavatoon, and Joan of Arc here in the back line. I don't know which hero I'm supposed to have the Awakening skill on for, but I'm just going to keep it on Awakened Thorn for now. So there's the third Arena Guardian down over there. Let's go ahead and get the chest with this one, and then we can go ahead and move over to the fourth Arena Guardian all the way to the left in this corner, and I will use the same team for this one. So there we go, we have the fourth Arena Guardian down with that one, and let's go ahead and move over to the fifth Arena Guardian, moving down and to the right once again to this one, and I will show the final team that I will be using with this Arena of Trials. And for the final team, I'll be using Albedo and Taylene, the regular version of Taylene in the front line. Then I have the Awakened Leica, Moriel, and Estrilda in here in the back line. So there's the fifth Arena Guardian down, and then we can go ahead and get the chest with the fifth Arena Guardian, and then we can go ahead and move over to the final Arena Guardian for the final Arena of Trials that we have, which is this one right here, and I will use the same team for this one. And there we go, we have the final Arena Guardian down with that one, and then we'll have Moriel telling us we have completed this Arena of Trials, and then we can go ahead and get the Crystal Chest, which, as always, gives us the 60 Elite Soul Stones. So there we go. I haven't really noticed too much with Albedo. She's kind of the same here from what I can see with the Arena of Trials for her. So that's all 3 of the Arena of Trials in here before this ends. If you haven't done this already, make sure to do it. You can view it through the Dimensional event tab that they have right here. Over here is called Dimensional. If you haven't done it already, make sure to do it because I almost forgot about these, honestly. So yeah, make sure to do it if you haven't done so already. And if you like this video, then make sure to click the like button. Also subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video from me. And also comment what do you think about these dimensionals. And thanks for watching.